are you at home?
I am, yes. I'm in my kind of like my living room slash studio.
Oh, you have some very nice art on the wall there.
Oh yeah, my friend made it. It's Paris, and she kind of like screen printed loads of places that we went together and put them into a frame. It's really cool, isn't it?
Oh, that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, it's really nice, and she gave it to me as well, which is very nice of her.
And a nice reminder.
Yeah, exactly. A very nice reminder.
I had the pleasure of seeing you perform live. You were opening up for Ellie Goulding, which is a major gig for you as an
Yeah, it's
emerging
major.
artist.
Yeah, yeah, a major gig.
So you just finished that tour, right?
Yeah, we did a month. So it was like from the 28th of October till the 26th of November, touring around together. It was me, her, and Sunday Girl. It was amazing, really incredible adventure around the UK, and like the venues were brilliant. The team was so lovely, and we all got on really well. So it was really incredible to be part of that for a whole month.
Yeah, so for the people that are new to your music, how would you describe the bright light sound?
Okay, so I guess it's pop music with like a kind of shine to it. So I really like the 90s, and like late 80s to sort of mid 90s is like my favorite period of time in music. So it kind of like draws upon people like Depeche Mode, Bjork, Bowie, like his kind of like Let's Dance kind of stuff. And yeah, it's like sort of dance floor friendly pop music, but with soul. Like it's all about very real things. I don't really like singing about dancing in a club. The music's all about like how you connect with people.
I believe that previous to this project, it was quite a different thing that you were doing. It was a very different sound.
Yeah, it was kind of like more organic, but with a kind of like beat to it. So it was kind of like ukuleles, guitars, kind of slightly folk leaning, but very pop driven as well. But this like Bright Light is much more kind of synth bass and much more produced. So like before, I kind of kept it stripped down a little bit, and it was like very piano or guitar led. And now I've worked really hard about production and learned how to make kind of more I don't know, like more sprawling landscapes in terms of sound, so that I can make it a bit more sparkly, a bit more filmic, and a bit more kind of I don't know, sort of like dark, but then bursting into light when I wanted to.
The first single that was that you released was Love Part Two.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a really good introduction to you as an artist and to your sound.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like we chose it as the first track because it kind of hints at the rest of the sound and like the energy and the kind of, I don't know, the positivity I kind of want to put in the music, really. I don't want to be another one of these guys that's, lamenting about lost love or talking about dancing in a club. It's kind of like, it's from the heart, and I thought it was a good opening track.
Is there one specific emotion that always inspires you? Is it happiness, or is it sadness, or is it heartache, or?
It's actually hope. I think it's really important, and what I've tried to sort of explore with the songs in the album is this idea of hope and how it comes and goes in your life. Like how at certain times you feel really defeated, or you feel really on top of the world and quite invincible. And I kind of like exploring the idea of what makes you feel more or less optimistic as time goes by. So that's I guess the emotion.
So obviously you weren't born as bright light. I'm
No.
sure that was not on the birth certificate. How did you come up with that name?
Well, I was trying to think about what I could call this like music project, and it was the first thing that popped into my head. I don't really know why or for what reason, but it did. And it's a line from Gremlins, which is one of my favorite films that I watched when I was a kid. But yeah, it just kind of popped into my head, and then it stuck, and it seemed to work. And I thought, like, right, no, it's the first thing. I think of loads of other names, try and work out something more fitting, and then I just couldn't think of anything that I liked more. So I stuck to it.
It's a great name, and it even seems that Ellie Goulding was inspired by it.
That was so funny. We were in the dressing room, and she was saying, "Oh, so next week we're re-releasing the album. It's called Bright Lights." Oh, it was like, yes, it's so funny, so funny.
So I believe the album is done, right?
It's not done. It's mostly done.
Okay.
It's mostly
It's
done.
really
Yeah.
never done, is it?
Well, exactly. This is the thing. Like, I'm working with a lot of other people at the moment and doing lots more writing. And in my mind, I thought, like, right, I've got my album done. That's great. I'll see what else I come up with. And some of the new tracks I like so much, I really want to put them on the album. So I'm kind of rejigging the album a little bit, thinking about the order again and how I can make these work, because I want it to flow in terms of like the storyline and energy. But there's loads of new stuff I've done in the last month, and I'm very excited about it. So trying to make it all work.
Yeah, yeah. So I believe the album is called "Make Me Believe in Hope," right?
Yes.
Which refers to your main inspiration.
Yeah. I think we're going to finish off the album at the start a few months of next year, and then album sort of in the summer perhaps now. Because I'm trying to do this thing where I'm making a video for each album track. So I'm collaborating with a lot of new young directors who I've met in the last, say, year and a half, and they've got some incredible ideas. So I thought it'd be really nice for an album to give it like an image and give it an identity and make it kind of more 3D so that people can have something to watch and, you know, respond to. So I think that'll take a little while everything else is kind of settling down.
If you could write for any other popular artist right now, who would you love to write for and collaborate with?
I'd love to collaborate people with like Royksop and Filthy Dukes. I love their production. I love everything they do. It's amazing. And Simin Mobile Disco as well. I just heard the stuff that they've produced for Beth Ditto, and it just sounds so incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to work with them. I'd love to work with them. And then writing for people, I'd love to write for Kylie. She's still, you know, like growing up in Wales, when I was listening to the radio, you still got those artists that popped up time after time, you know, in the 80s, in the 90s, and the 2000s. Like, she was one of those figures that was constantly there throughout the whole time I was like getting into music, really into music, making music. So I think I'd love to work with her, and like you can tell over time that her voice has just got so much stronger, and she's amazing live. Yeah. It's incredible. Thank you so much for all the help and stuff. I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're so welcome. All right, thank you so much.
Speak to you soon.
Talk soon. Bye bye.